everyone, today I will gonna talk about the Edwardian age.
But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Anissa Rizka Yuni, and I am a student from English Literary Department, Mola Warman University. So, let's move on to the materials.
The Edwardian era or Edwardian age of British history spanned the reign of King Edward VII, began in 1901 to 1910, and is sometimes extended to the start of the First World War. The death of Queen Victoria in January 1901 marked the end of the Victorian era. Her son and successor, Edward VII, was already the leader of a fashionable elite that set a style influenced by the art and fashions of continental Europe. Edwardian age is being one of the shortest period in English history. In this era, England led to the world in trade, finance and shipping, and manufacturing and mining. It was a prosperous period of time. In this Edwardian age, the liberals returned to power in 1906 and made significant reforms. Below the upper class, the era was marked by significant shifts in politics among sections of society that had largely been excluded from power, such as laborers, servants, and the industrial working class. Women started to play more of a role in politics in this era. The Edwardian age was the last period of British history to be named after the reigning monarchs. After him, the reigns of George V and George VI did not get named as Georgian era. This name reserved for the time of the 18th century kings of that name. Similarly, Elizabethan era refers solely to the 16th century Queen Elizabeth I and is not extended to the current Elizabeth II. The differences between Edwardian age and Victorian era. The Edwardian era, in its strictest meaning, is that the Victorian era was the time in which Victoria was on the throne, and the Edwardian era was the time in which her son Edward VII was on the throne. But, as history tells us, the spirit of the age is what defines an era, not just the monarchs. There are something that both eras have in common, but there are some major differences. The Edwardian era was different in its morals, having a more lax standard in its code of conduct compared to Victorian society, which was incredibly conservative. Furthermore, the Edwardian era is when we start to see more and more implementation of the standard inventions used in our modern world today. By the late 1890s, it became more common for homes of the middle to upper class to have electricity, phones, indoor plumbing, and even a car. These are but just a few examples, of course, but the Edwardian era is one of the finest examples in modern history of an era truly in the crux of two very different worlds. In this era also happened the Second Boer War. The Second Boer War happened in 1899 until 1902, also known as Anglo-Boer War or South War African, was fought between the British Empire and two independent Boer states, the South African Republic or Transvaal and the Orange Free State, over the empire's influence in South Africa. The trigger of the war was discovery of diamonds and gold in the Boer states. Initial Boer attacks were successful, and although British reinforcements later reserved this, the war continued for years with Boer guerrilla warfare. The next one is we're gonna talk about the literature in Edwardian age. In fiction, some of the best known names are J.M. Barrie, Arnold Bennett, G.K. Chesterton, Joseph Conrad, and many more. Apart from these famous writers, this was a period when a great number of novels and short stories were being published, and a significant distinction between highbrow literature and popular fiction emerged. Among the most famous work of literary criticism was A.C. Bartley's Shakespearean tragedy in 1904. Mass audience newspaper controlled by fresh tycoons such as the Hemsworth brothers. The most successful playwright of the era was Somerset Maugham. In 1908, he had 4 plays running simultaneously in London. Maugham's plays, like his novels, usually had a conventional plot structure, but the decade also saw the rise of the so-called new drama, represented in plays by George Bernard Shaw, Harley Granville Barker, and continental imports by Henrik Ibsen and Gerhard Hauptmann. The Edwardian Age, awareness of social change. The Edwardian writers were mostly concerned with the implications of living in a new and more scientific and inventive world, with rapid developing technology, such as cars, phones, plumbing, and changing values. There were the realist Edwardian writers and also the modernist Edwardian writers, also such as the best represent the transition between the Victorian and modern era writers. Many writers in this era were drawing widely upon the realistic and naturalistic convention of the 19th century, and many Edwardian writers were inspired upon Imagism and Futurism were becoming very apparent in the Edwardian literature, where the roots of dystopia began to emerge. Edwardian literature would then go on to be more intense, social and political for ages to come, or seen by the war poets and dramatists of World War I. The next one, I'm gonna talk about the most famous authors and their works in this Edwardian age. The first one is Joseph Conrad. Joseph Conrad was a Polish-British writer. Heart of Darkness is a novel by Joseph Conrad that was first published in 1902 in Blackwood Edinburgh Magazine and then in Conrad Youth. Joseph Rudyard Kipling is English short story writer, poet, and novelist, chiefly remembered for his celebration of British imperialism, his tales and poems of British soldiers in India, and his tales for children. Kim is one of the famous novels. Kim is set in an imperialistic world, a world strikingly masculine, dominated by travel, trade, and adventure, a world in which there is no question of division between white and non-white. And last but not least, there is William Butler Yeats, or we can call him as W.B. Yeats. In the Seven Woods, being poems chiefly of the Irish heroic age, is a volume of poems by William Yeats, published in 1903 by Elizabeth Yeats Dun Emer Press.
After knowing about Edwardian age, I can conclude and learn that the downturn that exists due to the death of Queen Victoria doesn't prevent the authors in this era from continuing their work. The Edwardian age is even the shortest era compared to the other era. However, literary works resulting from this era are no less good and as valuable as other famous era. And that's all for me. I'm sorry if there are any mistakes such as wrong information or my English or even my pronunciation. Thank you for your attention. Good luck everyone!